Hello, Chip GT here, and what's great about doing some of these videos is sometimes you guys in the community teach me a thing or two, and I'm going to do an update to how to get some of the artwork on your cabinet. What I used was Adrenaline. It works great, but it takes a long time to do everything and edit, and I like to get my loops perfect. But there is another tool in Pinup Popper, and all you have to do is push the O key. So what I can do is I can go over to a table. Let's find one that I haven't done any artwork for yet. So we'll do Totan 4K. So now we've got Totan up. Hopefully it doesn't capture my OBS screen there. But if you push the O key, and then you can use your flipper buttons to go down to the setting that you want. I'm glad that you guys reached out in the comments and let me know about this, because this is actually a really good tool, and I felt that it was necessary.
I am now recording you playing with your balls.
For me to actually push this out to everybody and make an update video, because this is so much easier if you're looking to get something really simple. But like I said, if you want to have a video at 144 frames per second, then you can use Adrenaline, because Adrenaline matches whatever your graphics card output is currently set to. And there it is. I can tell just a little bit of a difference between the 30 frames. I mean, I can tell that it's slowed down a little bit, and there's a little bit of it's not as crisp, the light's lighting up, but for what it needs to do, that works really well. All right, so where do you find this amazing software? If you click on your pinball folder and then go to Pinup System, it is right here under Recordings. And in here, you will find some really nice, useful user guides for AMD Relive. Now, these are out of date because Relive is now included into the Adrenaline software. So use my video if you want to use the Relive software. NVIDIA, this is still accurate for shadow play. And then you have some nice OBS tools right here. And why would you use the different tools? Why not use, this all together? This software, while it is great, really only does 30 frames per second for video recording. My monitor is set up to 144 frames per second. If you want a recording of your screen at 144 frames per second, you need to use the NVIDIA Shadowplay or the Relive software. And this is more for people who want to have recordings of them playing a game rather than having like an attract mode. 30 frames per second is not going to look very good. It's going to look a little choppy. So use the NVIDIA software, OBS, or the AMD Relive software. It just depends on what your graphics card is and which one you want to go with. But the NVIDIA software and the AMD Relive allows you to record up to 144 frames per second, and it will match whatever your current screen output is set to. That's the caveat, that's the takeaway from using this, but this is a great tool if you're just looking for something for attract mode, like me. And while recording this, Tiger of Old showed me an even easier way of doing this. So if you come over here to your media manager and you hit batch auto recording.
Welcome to Pinup Auto Record.
You can come in here and select the various settings that you want. So I'm not going to use a topper. You can even come in here and change the lengths. How easy is that? I give it a 60-second delay, and then I'm going to tell it I just want it to do Visual Pinball X, scan. And there's everything that it found. So now, all I've got to do is hit Start Auto Record for all the tables in the list.
Now recording DMD. Now recording back glass.
I am now recording you playing with your balls. Recording has stopped. Please wait for encoding. Do not touch system.
Conversion now done. Enjoy.
1 hour later.
Okay, so we got it all done now, and what it'll do when it's done is it'll show you your attract mode with your artwork, which is nice. But what I noticed when using the batch auto config tool is sometimes it doesn't save the files in the right spot. And I had like 3 or 4 tables. The full apron was pushed onto the playfield monitor, and all I did for that was you go the Pinball folder, Pinup system, Pop Media, Visual Pinball X, and then we go to the playfield. And I had 1 or 2 files that I have now moved them, but you cut them and you put them over here into the menu folder, and that worked just fine. And then what I did is I reran the batch auto config tool.
Welcome to Pinup Auto Record.
With do not record, do not record, do not record, and all you got to do is just select do not record and then come down and only if missing. So one thing I did notice when I was going back through all my tables is that the Popper media recorder, when you use the auto record feature, and let's say you want to record your DMD images, it really has a hard time doing any of the colorized DMDs. So you may want to use Adrenaline or use another piece of software if you want to have your DMDs displayed. Otherwise, you know, if you're happy with just getting the B2S file, that's fine too. So all in all, I was really pleased with how this turned out. I am so grateful to the people in the community who reached out and said, hey, did you try doing it this way? Because this is what really helps the community grow. So a special shout out to Mikey Fufu and Eugene 3373. You guys are master wizards for showing me this. Thank you all. This really does help the community grow, and if you call me out, I will give you official wizard status, and if you can find a correction that I need to do ASAP, I'm going to give it to you. So keep up the good work. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.